You're watching TelecomTV from the second annual TIP Summit event in Santa Clara. And I'm joined now by Steve Dadoly of Facebook, who is also co-chair of the TIP People and Process Project Group. Steve, thanks for joining us on TelecomTV.
Oh, thank you for having me.
With so many technology-based projects underway, and TIP's got quite a number of them ongoing here, why do we need a group that's focused on people and process?
A lot of what's going on in the industry now is the move to softwareization, which we know about, and that's a different way of working, doing software, than the traditional ways that have been done in telecom. And a lot of our engagement through TIP, we learned that this ways of working and culture and people and talent development was important to that. It's a bit of a change for the industry, and we felt that it was something we needed to include in TIP.
So as I understand it, Facebook got the ball rolling in a way by looking at and identifying some of its learnings, bringing them into TIP, and looking to see how they can be applied on a wider scale with telecoms. Is all of what Facebook has learned and achieved applicable to telcos, or have telcos got some of their own characteristics? Yeah,
no, it's definitely not all applies. There's some pieces, maybe if you looked at it in the whole, 1/3 could be taken from Facebook's data center experience and ways of working for software and apply directly. 1/3 of it, and we've learned this from the People and Process group, has to be adapted, and that's what we've done, collaborating with the operators that are in the group and the others. And then 1/3 of it doesn't apply at all. And then there's other things that the telco industry has that just we don't know anything about. But this is the power of the community idea, is by sharing and then developing it together and implementing it in the telco environment, we can learn and share what will work for the industry.
So what are the key areas and concepts that you focus on? How do you break this down?
Yeah, so it's 3 areas, and this was again a community effort. We identified these together. It's continuous change culture. This is about moving fast, innovating in a little bit different way than sort of a valley approach. There's talent development, because it's softwareization, it's really more about software development skills and engineering skills, and attracting those people to the industry. And then the 3rd is around process of DevOps, applying this.
Now, when we look at maybe the past 5 years or so of telecoms companies, we hear about DevOps. We hear them saying we're going to have these clusters and different ways of working and trying to speed up our process of iterating new applications and services. But do they fully understand it? Do they fully understand the big picture? Are they taking on board what needs to be done and implementing correctly, or is there still a bit of a reluctance to, we've done it the old way and it's kind of worked for us?
Yeah, I think it's mixed. There's some operators that are along the journey, and DevOps is a journey. You got to get started. There's certain base things you have to do. Some have done that and have worked their way through. Others are just getting started. Part of the difference between Facebook's approach and the industries is collaboration with vendors in the process, and that's a little bit different, and that's where we're collaborating with vendors and the operators to help with that.
So with the telecoms community, you may have some of the large telco groups who can do practically all of it in-house or have the scale to do that, but the majority of telcos are smaller and more dependent upon vendor partnership relations.
And this is one of the areas that's different, that we're working together in the community to make better.
So are we at the stage where we're still talking about this, or have some telcos started to apply and trial out these approaches?
Yeah, so we have operators in North America, APAC, and Europe in the TIP P&P group that are implementing these things.
And what's next for the group? How do you want to move this forward? Obviously you've got some trials going on with operators, and there'll be feedback from that, but how do you want to move the whole group forward?
Yeah, so we want to continue to do more pilots, but bringing those pilots into production. So part of the challenge is the old way is being very careful, 5 nines approach to deploying on every 6 months or 12 months or 18 months. In the Valley, in Facebook, we deploy very rapidly, and that's the area where we need to work next, where we take these things and get it to be more speeded up.
Great. Well, Steve, let's hope telcos get the message. But for now, thank you very much for joining us on Telecom TV.
Yeah, thank you.